Well, Twitter suspending the accounts of several journalists who cover the tech space, including the actions of Twitter's CEO Elon Musk. Now, Musk says these reporters allegedly violated Twitter's new policy regarding sharing the current location of other users, including the location of Musk's private jet.
Correspondent Christina Thompson has the latest. Christina.
Well, right now, there's a maelstrom of outrage over all of this. Most of it, ironically, on Twitter itself, directed at Musk, over coming in as a free speech advocate, but now suspending a bunch of reporters on Twitter. Now, on that note, the new Twitter owner has a poll where he's asking Twitter users whether and when these journalists should be reinstated. We're talking about Ryan Mack of the New York Times, Donnie O'Sullivan of CNN, Drew Harwell of the Washington Post, Matt Binder of Mashable, Micah Lee of The Intercept, and independent journalists Aaron Rupert, Keith Olbermann, and Tony Webster. Now, in return, there's a lot of chatter about turning Twitter into kind of a public-private utility to keep billionaires like Musk from having control over speech. Conservatives, they see this all as incredibly ironic, given what they say have been damning revelations about Twitter silencing speech under private ownership, not limited to the Hunter Biden story and the suspension of the New York Post account in the weeks before the 2020 election. So Musk says he's still for free speech, just not to the point he deems it endangers his family. These suspensions started with the removal of a Twitter account called Elon Jet, which was tracking Musk's private plane in real time. Musk saying the university student behind the tracker was posting non-public information. He originally was okay with it until a moment a crazy stalker followed the jet and found Musk's car leaving the airport. Thinking Musk was inside, the person blocked it in and climbed on the hood. Musk's young son was actually inside the car. Now, this incident prompted the billionaire to create a new rule on Twitter. No sharing a person's current location, identity, address, or other personal details. He refers to this as doxing. One of the suspended TV personalities says what really happened here was Musk didn't like what they were saying about him. Take a listen.
All those journalists, including myself, happen to be people who cover Elon Musk. This is Elon Musk, of course, who the free speech absolutist, who likes the First Amendment.
Now, Musk countered this by saying criticizing me all day long is totally fine, but doxing my real-time location and endangering my family is not. But Bob, Katrina, let's go back to this poll that he threw up. Do you think that it's good for him to be leaving this sort of final sentencing up to the public with his Twitter poll on if they should instate him now or in 7 days?
Well, it gives him an out, right? He said, well, the people wanted it, but it sounds like he's backtracking a little because he said some of these people, at least, were permanently suspended. So now he opens it up. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's trying to be transparent. I'm assuming he's doing that under the guise of transparency, allowing the people to decide. But then again, I don't know. I don't know that it should be. If it's a Twitter policy, Christina, then it would seem, well, you go with the Twitter policy, which says 7 days.
Here's what's interesting about all this Twitter policy, though, is that he created this doxing policy after these people had already tweeted it. So is it okay to go back in time and cancel or suspend these reporters for something they did in the past before this rule was made? Or now that the rule is made, can he just suspend everyone who in the past has tweeted something like this? So it's bringing up a lot of discussion.
He can do anything he wants. It's a private company. He owns the company. He can do anything he wants. But whether people are happy with it or whether it measures up to the standard he at least ostensibly is setting and that free speech is out there, that may be another question. So. This is all unfolding. It's a work in progress.
It is. Figuring it out day by day.
Christina, thank you.
Thanks, guys.